So many books. I don't want them to like all fall on me. I don't want to put them on the floor either. This hardback one will be okay on the floor. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be doing a different sort of video. Well, every video that I'm doing at the moment is different. And I'm just realising that this room is actually echoey. I thought it might be because there isn't much in it because it's my spare room. Today I'm going to be filming 20 books I've read in 2020, even though 2020 isn't over yet. It feels like there are a lot more than 20 books. They are just going everywhere. Also, my setup is very bookish because I have like a smallish tripod. It's like that big. It's not like a stand-me-uppy one. It's like a gorilla tripod. And also I film on my phone and I edit on my phone and everything. And I've literally just got my Harry Potter books because they're in a case, and it's the only bookcase that books come in that I keep because the other ones are just like paper and it's not worth keeping them. So I just stick them in my wardrobe when I should already tidy it out, and just or chuck it away, which I kind of feel bad about, but I'm like, why keep something that I don't actually need? That's what I have a bookcase for. It'd be funny if people like bought like box sets and they would just line them up because they can't be bothered to buy like proper bookcases. I love my bookcases. Anyway, let's actually get into the video. Okay, so the first book that I read this year was Chinglish by Sue Chung, I think. Sorry if I'm butchering names. I'm really sorry. But yeah, this book I really enjoyed. It was really good. It's like a diary. It's set in the 1980s. It's about a girl who lives in Coventry, I think, and she moves into a Chinese takeaway with her parents, and her parents are like not very good parents, they're a bit abusive, and she's got like 2 siblings as well. She's got a younger sister, I think, and an older brother. And it says on the blurb, it's 1984. Jo Kwan's family has just moved to a new town to live in a cramped flat above the Chinese takeaway. Things are seriously awkward, whether Jo's dealing with annoying siblings, school bullies, friendship dramas, fashion disasters, or some very unlucky pets. Life is often hilarious, frequently confusing, and sometimes just makes Jo want to stick drawing pins into her eyes. As her home life with her erratic parents gets ever tougher, she dreams of breaking free to become an artist. Can Jo get through her crazy teenage years? It's a really great. I really recommend it. But after reading a couple of reviews on this, I'd never really thought of before, like all of the stuff about like it's got animal abuse in it because of like she gets like this hamster, and I think her sister gets it, and they like shock it so much that all its fur like comes off and they have to like stick fur back onto it, and then they end up like setting it free in a park. And I never really thought that, yeah, it's a bit yeah, it's a comedy book. It's really funny, and I really enjoyed it, and I'm really happy I kept it in quite good condition. And also there is a bookmark in it because my mum is reading it when she has time. I got it from Waterstones because it's a pretty new book, so it was in a like a buy one get one half price. And with that I bought my next book. And I don't want all the books to fall down like dominoes. I got To All the Boys I've Loved Before. I absolutely adore this series. I love the films and I love the books. This book was amazing. I loved it so much. It's so good. I think it's better than the film. I really like the films because they're really like visually pleasing and I love seeing the characters come to life, but the books have so much more detail, there's so much more like, you get to see the character's character a lot more, and the sun is going down, so my lighting is slowly and slowly deteriorating, which is really great. Anyway, so this book, it is amazing, and it made me buy the other two. So we have P.S. I Still Love You and Always and Forever Lara Jean. This is coming out as a film next year, I think, and it is going to be an amazing film. I really, really loved this. It was so good and the ending is amazing. So if you love the films, then read all the books, because it is really worth reading all the books so that you can find out the ending before watching it. It is so good. And also, like, Peter and Lara Jean are like the best couple ever. One thing I did find weird though is I really wanted to get the P.S. I Still Love You cover on the film, because I wanted to have like a set kind of, but I went to buy it and they'd sold out, so that was kind of sad. And they had it in Waterstones as like that, because they have, if you've watched the film, you might remember on Valentine's Day she has like this Valentine's dress on, like with love hearts on, and that's what the cover was. I will insert a picture of it here, and it is like really, it's a really nice cover, and I'm really sad that I didn't get that cover, but it's okay, because if I don't mind spending money on books that I already have, I might buy the other covers because they're such great books and I'm definitely going to reread them. That is that. Definitely recommend it, even if you haven't watched the films. Just everybody should read these books, they are amazing. So the next series I have is the Rosewood Chronicles by Connie Glynn. I love it so much, and I love Connie so much, and I used to like watch her videos so much. I started watching them again, but then they all got deleted really sadly. So this year, last year I read the first one, I read that about like November, December time, because the Rosewood books, they take me longer to read than like more books. Like one of my other books that I'm going to show you took me like 4 days because I loved it so much, but like these books, they only took me like a week or two. This one might have taken me longer because I'm getting quicker at reading. I'm such a bookworm. This is why I've read like 20 books this year already, even though the year's almost over. So we have Princess in Practice, which is a really great book. I really enjoyed this. Why do I keep doing that? It is about Lottie Pumpkin, who is a ordinary girl who plays a princess to the outside world. I'm literally reading it off the blurb. But she is a portman for another girl called Ellie, and she's a bit of a tomboy, a bit of a rebel. She's got like short black hair that she dyed. They go to a boarding school, and Ellie is a princess, but she hides away because she doesn't want to be a princess. So Lottie pretends to be a princess so that Ellie doesn't have to be one. And yeah, it's just a great series. I really ship Ellie and Lottie. I think they are a great couple. I don't really ship Jamie and Lottie as much. I think they'd be a good couple, but like I think that Ellie and Lottie are a better couple. That was a good book. And then the third one, The Lost Princess. Please don't move books. This was a really good book. This was my favourite out of the three. They go to Japan and yeah, I just love all the new characters that it introduces, and all the villains and everything. It's a really, really great book, and I love it that I've got it in hardback, because I was going to wait until it came out in paperback to read it, but I couldn't wait to read it. And when I bought this on Amazon, I also bought Wicca by Harmony Nice. And some of you may know, because you've watched my channel for a while, that I used to do like Wicca and witchcraft videos, and I still might make them, but not as much, because I enjoy making them, but I just feel like I'm not educated enough to talk about stuff like that yet. I mean, in a couple of years I might be, but I prefer to just research on my own at the moment, because I used to just like read out of a book as a video and never really edit videos, and literally make a video and straight away upload it. I never edited anything, but now I am getting into like filmmaking and making videos look better, so my videos are a lot better than they used to be. So this is a really great book. It's really great for beginners, so if you're just getting into witchcraft and Wicca, I really recommend it. And also, if you're just a normal person coming onto this video and being like, why is she talking about witchcraft? I'm not crazy. Wicca is a nature-based religion where people basically just follow the seasons and just live life like that.
You're safer here than any place else. Now just lock yourself in and keep quiet.
There's the odd spell involved, but people basically do spells, like they manifest stuff. Like manifestation videos are basically what spells are as well. So please don't come for me, and please don't come for me like anybody. Thank you. I really like it because I never know what to do on the Sabbats and stuff. It's a Sabbat like Sunday though in Christian. I don't know. Anyway, I really like it that it's got different rituals for different celebrations, because I never know what to do, and I feel like I'm just saying, oh yeah, it doesn't matter if I miss that, doesn't matter if I miss that, and I feel like I'm not celebrating anything. I feel like I'm not proper Wiccan, which I shouldn't feel like, because every Wiccan is different. And yeah, I really recommend it, and it's a great book, and I love Harmony Nice. You should watch her. And then we have the next series, which is the Don't Even Think About It series. This is my favourite book in the whole world. No one can convince me otherwise. This series is just, it's literally everything. It's about this group of teenagers, and they have a flu vaccination, and they end up getting telepathic powers. Telepathic? So they start to be able to read each other's minds, and they can read other people's minds, and they have to learn to deal with it. and it's very, very good, and I really love it. And in the second one, they start losing their powers, so they have to try and find out how they can keep them. They're very good teen novels. They've got a bit of romance in them, so that's quite good. And it's really nice because it's not written like, it's written in, I don't know what person it is, but it's like, I can literally hear the football downstairs. It's Chelsea versus Liverpool. Please don't have a football debate in the comments, but in this house we are Liverpool supporters. But yeah, so the viewpoint of it is like all of them, they're all telling the story and you all see into their personal lives. So it's kind of like they all say us. And it's written as like us, like it's like, have you ever read, have you ever seen like, are you a Descendants fan? I feel like I'm talking to a person now. But if you've ever seen like, the Descendants books, they've got like they've got books of the films, which aren't really that great. But they have these like, Mal's spell book, and it's got all of them writing in it. It's got all of them writing in it, and it's a bit like that kind of, and they're all like talking to each other as they're writing. But yeah, they're saying, but they all know each other's secrets and everything. And it's really interesting because they have to find out how they can like not give everything away, and like if people break up, then everyone knows. And people get really like annoyed at each other, and they have to close their eyes to block stuff out, or they have to wear sunglasses. And also I'm wearing sunglasses inside because I thought they'd be a good accessory. So yeah, 100% recommend these. Please read these, they're amazing. I just realised I'm not actually saying the title of the book, but you can see what they're called. Don't even think about it. And Think Twice by Sarah blah 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 blah, because I can't pronounce her name. Also, I read last year, what's it called? The Girl's Guide to Summer, and I really need to buy it. And I also really need to buy We Are All Made of Molecules, because they're two of my other favourite books. And they're the two of my favourite books I actually don't own, which is really annoying, because I want to own all my favourite books. Yeah, this is actually my favourite book in the whole world. And I love how it ends. It's so good. Anyway, so the next series I have is Girl Online by Zoella. I was never really a fan of Zoella. I used to watch her a little bit. She still makes videos, I think, but yeah. I actually bought the third one today when I was out with my friend from Oxfam. I don't buy these new, I always buy them secondhand because they're always in the charity shops. This still has a bookmark in it because I haven't read the sneak peek of the next book, and I thought if I didn't have the book like in the next couple of days, I'd read the sneak peek, so I kept this on my bedside table. But yeah, this is a really good series. It's about this girl called Penny, and she falls in love with someone that she doesn't know is a... Actually, no, I don't want to say that because I don't want to give it away. But yeah, she falls in love with this like guitar player. And yeah, she goes to New York because her mum is a wedding planner, and they have a wedding in New York, and they're being paid so much money to help organise this wedding that they might as well go to New York, and then they end up staying for Christmas with the family of this boy that she really likes. It's just such a great series. And then she goes on tour with him, and I've kind of just given it away, but you can probably tell by reading the blurbs. A bit like the Hunger Games, because that literally just gives it away. Because I remember my friend, she was reading it in year 6, and she was showing us the blurbs, and it said Katniss Everdeen has won the Hunger Games once, or she's won it twice, and you're like, you're literally just giving it away in the blurb. And anyway, if it is a book about someone being in a competition, they're obviously going to win it, unless it's one of those annoying things where they don't win it and there's something better happens.
You're safer here than
So that is that. Then we have The Weight of Water, which is a poetic novel, I would call it. So the whole book is made out of loads and loads of poems, but it follows a story about this girl called Kasienka, who is Polish, and she comes to, I think this is actually the one where they live in Coventry, so I don't actually know if that one is also Coventry, I don't know. If you live in America, you're probably going to be like, or America or Canada or somewhere that isn't England, you'll be like, oh, what's Coventry? It's somewhere in the Midlands, I think. I don't live near there, so don't come and stalk me. So this book is really good. So she's trying to learn English, and she's going through her teenage years, and it's just really, really good. I really recommend it. It's one of my favourite books. I'm literally saying that about every book, but yeah, really recommend that. And then we have Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. It's been taking me years to read the Harry Potter books, and it's really annoying me. I always go back to reading it and then I stop reading it because I get bored and then I want to read another book. So this book has been on the go for a year now. I am that much of the way through. I'm up to the bit where they're talking about Snape. I'm up to chapter 28, but yeah, everybody knows what Harry Potter is. There is no need for me to explain that. Then I have, wait, I've already explained that. I think this is the longest video I've ever filmed. I just realised I flashed my nose, so I'm going to refilm this part. So then we have an Inspector Calls. So I'm covering my name because I didn't realise the first time that I'd already written my whole name on there, and I want to keep that personal, alright. So yeah, I have an Inspector Calls. I printed it out because I thought there's no point me reading it off a computer when I can literally print it out because it's a really short play. Read it twice this year because I read it through lockdown because we were doing it when we were doing home learning, which was really great. And then we were doing it when we've gone back to school. Been at school 2 weeks now. That's been fun. People aren't social distancing. Then we have The Land of Never Endings. I actually got this for free, don't tell anyone, because my library teacher, she's not actually a teacher, she's a librarian. She doesn't work there anymore, really sadly. She was amazing. This was for the Carnegie Award, and I never got round to reading it, so she said keep it until you read it, and she left, and I don't want to give it back, so I'm gonna keep it. Alright. And yeah, it's about this girl called Emily, and her sister passes away, and it's all about like learning about how to cope with death and stuff like that, and all these like toys come to life. And I told my brother about this thing in it called Boping, because there's a character called Prism Wendy, and she's like this really, really naughty toy, and Boping is where you like go like that on someone's face, and I should have told my brother about that because he always does that now. Bit like the character in the book. Also, it's really funny because they've got these like Barbie nuns, because one of the Barbies has bomb written on their face, so they have to wear like a nun outfit. Insert a picture of me being a nun here. That was a bit traumatic. I was in Sound of Music, so I had to be a nun. That was great. And then the next book we have is Ginger Snaps. This year was the second time that I've read it, and it's getting really dark in here, so I'm going to turn the light on.
Lumos, maxima!
And it feels like winter again. So this is the second time I've read it. It's one of my favourite books, as I've said about everything else. And yeah, I really love this book. It's about having bad friends. Yeah, she falls in love with this boy that she can't really be with because her best friend doesn't approve of him. And it's just a really good book. And I love Kathy Cassidy. And I've had contact with her during lockdown, and that's been really, really nice. because I've always loved her books, and to like have spoken to her, well, not actually spoken to her, but like I've messaged her and her know who I am, and her publish my poem on her blog, and I actually have her signature in this house, but I can't have it yet because I got her new book, the signed edition, but I don't have any money because I bought a Nintendo Switch, and I'm using the rest of the money that I have to buy Switch games. So my parents are saving it till Christmas, so I'll have to wait till Christmas unless I get money. But yeah, Ginger Snaps is a great book, you should read it. And my nails are yellow, and I am not taking it off for school tomorrow, because if the teachers can see what nail varnish I'm wearing, they are not being socially distant. The next book I have is Angel Cake. It only took me about a day to read it. It is a really good book about another girl who comes from Poland to live in Britain. It's got cakes in it. Another love story. Really great. And then we have the Crimes of Grindelwald, which is a great film set around when they murder the baby. Yay. But yeah, it's literally just a film just written out as a script. It's just a nice keepsake. As a Harry Potter fan, you can probably see my Hufflepuff below here. So yeah, I really like Harry Potter. That was good, but it was a bit like, why am I reading this? But yeah, and the last book we have, this wasn't actually 20 books, it was 21 because I'm in the middle of reading one that I've almost finished, and I haven't finished one. Oh, I actually have 2 more because I have With Mice and Men. Hey everyone, editing me again. Also, my cheeks are really rosy because of the heating and the seasons changing and everything. So I just wanted to say that I also read Love from Lexi by Kathy Cassidy, but I listened to it. It was like an audiobook that she put on her YouTube. So I don't actually have a copy of that book that I also printed out, because that was another English thing that we had to read. Really sad. The book is sad, not sad that I had to read it because I like reading. And it's quite good actually, Of Mice and Men. If you don't know what Of Mice and Men is, it's literally a short novel. I can't even remember what it's called. A novella. It's a novella about these 2 men called Lenny and George, and it takes place in the Great Depression, and I'm really tired. It takes place in the Great Depression, which is the 1930s, where there's no work and there's no money and blah 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 blah, the dirty 30s. And they go to work on a ranch, and loads of stuff happens, and that's basically the book. It's really great. And lots of people die at the end. Yay. And the last book I have is The Princess Diaries, Take 2. I read the first one when I went to Barcelona last year. That was fun. And I'm getting really tired from filming now. It's been 30 minutes. My voice is gonna go soon. If you also film YouTube videos, you know what I mean. Like when you've been talking and talking and talking and talking for like half an hour straight, you start to feel like physically ill. I don't know, is it only me? But yeah, I almost read this in a day. I read the majority of this at school because I was waiting around a bit, and I didn't want to socialise. So I've almost finished it. It's really good. I prefer it to the films. I do like the films, but I prefer the books because the books, I don't know, I just prefer like what happens in the books and what happens in the films, because in the books the dad's alive. In the books the grandmother is more mean. in the books, you get to see more of like what Lily's like, and it's got her TV show in it, and they talk about that. It talks about more of her relationship with Michael, Lily's brother. Having to read the blurb. And yeah, I just prefer it, you know. And it talks about how she's really bad at algebra, which is a really, really big personality trait that they missed out in the films. But I like the films and the books separately because they are different. And I wish the covers weren't so misleading. It literally looks like a book for 8-year-olds. But I just think, I think the new covers are a lot better. I've forgotten what they look like, but I think that they're better because these ones, they make them look like they're like for 8-year-olds, but it's not. It's actually got like sex references in it. They shouldn't. Sorry, the artists who made this cover. But yeah, this is a really great book. Really recommend this series. Definitely gonna read the whole series. Is quite easygoing. It's like a book that you can just get out in the middle of class and start reading if you get bored. But don't do that all the time because your teachers will get angry with you and your friends will be like, get on with your work. My voice is going. And yeah, that is all of the books that I have read this year. This is the longest video I've ever filmed at 34 minutes and 17 seconds. 18, 19, 20 seconds. I need to take these glasses off. But yeah, I really enjoyed filming this video, so please tell me. I probably won't enjoy editing it though. I do like editing, but when it's like a really big, like talking block, it like gets painful because you have to rough cut the whole thing, and you have to cut out every bit you go. And all of the bits where you go and it gets a bit annoying. But yeah, I enjoy making videos, so it's worth making videos, you know what I mean? But yeah, I've enjoyed making this video. I keep repeating myself when I've been filming a long time. Please like the video if you want to see more book videos. I could definitely make millions of these because I love books so much. Let me know if when I finished my 30 book challenge for this year that if I should rank all of the books that I've read. It would be quite difficult, but I will. So yeah, that is all. Please subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and I will see you guys all later. Bye! Also, you can follow me on Goodreads, but I don't know what my name is on there. This is a really great book. Really, really great book. It's a really, really great